Hello friends, welcome back to Technical Pathshala. This is first video of HTML tutorial. In this video, we will learn about the basic concepts of HTML and about some basic tags used for text formatting. So any website is made of two components, front end and back end. Front end is all visual aspects that you see in your web browser whenever you visit a website, and backend is all logic and any code that resides in the server. So just like whenever you visit Facebook, so whatever you see on your web browser, it is front end, and it is consists of HTML, JavaScript and CSS. And what is backend? Backend contains all logic and code that resides on a computer in Facebook, that is called server. So for creating web pages, we need the knowledge of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is used to create web pages. Hypertext means a text or link that references other text in the same document or other document itself. A markup language is a language to control the structure, formatting, and establishing relationship among parts of a document. It uses tags and attributes to build a web page. So HTML is just basically a collection of tag and attributes to that we can use to create web pages. We can use HTML tags and attributes only to create a static web page. So tags are markup keywords to create HTML elements. Tags define how a web browser format and display an element. It means whenever a web browser get an HTML page, it go through the tags, all tags, and it format and display the text or content of that web page according to that tags and attributes. So tags are usually enclosed in angular brackets. Most tags function in a pair of opening and closing tags. Opening tag indicates the start of element and closing tag indicates the end of that element. So in HTML, an element is the content that starts from the opening of a tag and ends with the closing tag. So HTML attributes are special keywords used in opening tag. HTML attributes are used to indicate the behavior of a HTML element. So you can understand this like if you have a dog, so consider this dog as an element. So all the attributes of a dog like height, its breed, and its color, all these are attributes of that dog. So in HTML, same thing is with tags. Tags has some attributes also that defines the behavior of that HTML element. Attributes provide additional information to a tag. Example this img src equal to tp.jpg alt a photo of my Pathshala. So in this img is a tag. We will learn about this tag after some time or in my next video. And this src is an attribute that is providing the information that what is the source of that image or what image that web browser will display. It is indicating the source of that image or location of that image. And this alt is also an attribute that is defining the text that web browser will display if web browser will not be able to show that image. So when using multiple tags, the tags must be closed in the reverse order in which they were opened. So like in this simple web page, simple HTML page, I have created this. So for HTML coding, you can use any simple text editor like Notepad and Notepad++, and I am using Notepad++. So you can copy and paste this HTML code. I will provide this in description also. So this is my first sample HTML page for this tutorial. So any HTML page starts with this doc type HTML. This is optional. So this is telling web browser that the language of this web page is HTML, and this HTML tag. This HTML tag is the starting of this and or start of instruction of HTML tags for this page. And this head tag provides the metadata about the web page. So we can provide the title here. So title is what web browser displays in title bar whenever web browser will render this web page. So then close this title tag. So this is what in the previous slide I was telling that most of tags functions in opening and closing pair. So I am starting this title tag here and closing this here and then closing this head tag and body. This body tag starts here and whatever our web page contains, all that contents go through in this body. So this is h1 tag. These h1 to h6 we use to provide headings in our web pages, and this p tag is used for paragraphs. So this is a sample web page created by Technical Pathshala, and we are closing this body tag here, and this is the end of this HTML page. Now we will see whenever we will save this with the extension of .html, save this file, and whenever you will click on that file, so it will automatically open with your default web browser. So web browser will display it like this. So this is title Technical Pathshala that we have provided in title element, and this is that heading, welcome to Technical Pathshala. And this is a simple web page created by Technical Pathshala. This is paragraph that we have given in that p element. So when web browser will open that HTML file, so it will show the content and format the text according to tags and attributes, and it will not show any tag and attributes to end user. So this is the actual format and display of that HTML file that we have created. So all tags and attributes are telling this web browser that how to display and format that document. So these are some important tags to format text, and in our next HTML example, we will include these tags in our HTML file, and we will see how our web browser with the inference of these tags will display and format the text. So these are this B. This is used to make some text bold and strong. Strong is also like this B tag, and this I italic. These tags make some text italic, and this emphasize, this is used to emphasize the text. So it shows the text in like italic format. And this mark, and this tag is used to mark the text, so it will change the background or will mark the background of that text. And this is small, this small tag is used to shrink a text. And this is strike out text, so whatever the text will come between these opening and closing strike tags, it will be striked out. And then this u tag, so it underline that text between opening and closing u tag. And this ins tag, it it is used for inserted text. It will display that text like this u tag only, but semantic meanings are different. Like whenever if you have published your web page and your contents has been published, and after that you want to insert some text, so this tag is giving semantically meaning that this text is inserted after the publish of that web page. And these sub and super subscript tags and superscript tags are used like we write H2O in chemistry. So 2 in H2O is just like subscript text, and like a plus b ka whole square, in which 2 is like superscript text. So we will see how to use these texts and how our web browser will display and format text according to these texts. So next slide. So in this sample HTML page code, I try to include all important text formatting tags in this, like this H1 and S2 and S6. So for headings, we use H1 and to S6 tags. So H1 is used for most important headings, and S2 then less important than H1, and S3, S4, S5, S6 for subheadings and less important headings, and as like P tag. So this is for paragraph, starting of this paragraph, and I am using this BR tag here. So this BR tag is opening and closing tags in same, because this tag is used for inserting a new line. And now this I am using this B tag here to mark this text as bold, and I have used all these tags here. Now we will see how our web browser will display and format this text according to these texts. So just copy this code and add it in some notepad file and save that file with the HTML extension. And whenever you will open that with web browser, it will just look like this. So this is heading 1, and this is heading 1 in H1 element. So this is text that I have used in H1 element. This is tag heading 2 in S2 element. So it is the content or text that is between the S2 tags, and this is heading 6. So as I said, that heading 6 is used for very less important headings or subheadings. And this is simple web page created by technical Pathshala. This is written in P elements. So this is in our P element only paragraph, and this is I am bold text using B tag. So whatever content is between opening and closing B tag, it looks like this. I am bold text. And next is emphasize text using EM tag. So whatever content is in that EM element, it looks like this. So it is just like emphasizing it in italic format. And this is I am strong text using this strong tag. So this is how our web browser is displaying the content within that strong element. And next is this I am mark text using mark tag. So whatever the content or text is in the mark text, it looks like this. It has changed its web browser has changed its background to yellow. So web browser is displaying this text using this yellow marker. So this is text within that mark element, and this I am string text using a small tag. So whatever text is in that small element, so it looks like this. And next is I am striked out text using strike tag. So whatever text we we wrote in the strike element, it has been strike through. And next is I am underline text using U tag. So whatever text we provide in U element, our web browser underline that text. And next is inserted element. So whatever text is in that ins element, it is also underlined. So this U tag and ins tag are same, how web browser is displaying these, but semantically they are different. And this is the text within del or delete text. So this is also strike through, but its semantic meaning is also so different from that strike element. because this is indicating that this content has been deleted from this web page and it was prior present in that web page. And this is how we write S2O in like chemistry and all these things. So I have used this SUB or subscript tag, and this 2 is within that subscript element, and this a plus b ka whole square in this 2 is within that superscript element or SUP element. So this is our web page,